press Command and plus on Mac or Control and plus on Windows a few times. Now when you insert a cursor in text, looking in the Properties panel on the right, you can see which style is applied to the entire paragraph. In this case, the title style is applied. If you click the Paragraph Styles menu, you can see there are several paragraph styles created, including dates, body, and title. You can also open the Paragraph Styles panel from here, where you have more options for editing and creating paragraph styles, which you'll do later in this video. Now to edit the saved formatting in a paragraph style, you can change the formatting for text that already has a style applied, then change the applied style definition to match the new styling in the selected text. This is called redefining a style. To select this text so you can change the formatting, press and drag across it. Change the font size to 9 in the Properties panel. In the Paragraph Styles menu, to the right of the style name, you should now see a Redefine Style icon that looks something like this. Click the icon to change the formatting for the title style to match the new formatting from the selected text. You just redefined the paragraph style based on the text. Notice that all the text with the style applied changed. Now click in some of the date text, and then the body text to see which style.
We're just watching this video and then we're going to do this, okay?
Yeah, I just tried to text you too. I lost you there for like a minute. It like wouldn't unmute me, and then I tried to like disconnect and rejoin, and I just tried to like rejoin like 10 times, and it finally works.
Okay, if you could open up this file, it's called Edit Styles, and then the big thing on this is we're going to talk about the properties of paragraph style. So it's just a good little intro to this, and then we'll actually do this.
Styles applied in the Properties panel. If you want to edit styles, maybe a style that isn't applied to text yet, you can do so in the Paragraph Styles panel. Choose Manage Styles in the Paragraph Styles menu here. This opens the Paragraph Styles panel. You can also open this panel by choosing Type, Paragraph Styles in the menus. Now you'll edit a paragraph style, but so that you don't accidentally apply a style to selected text when you're editing it, choose Edit, Deselect All. Then come to the Paragraph Styles panel and double-click a style name to edit the style. It won't apply to anything since no text is selected. You'll see the Paragraph Style Options dialog box. In here is all of the text formatting that can be saved with a paragraph style. You can change the formatting in here, and any text with this style applied will update. You can click Cancel to close the dialog box without making a change. Paragraph styles are really an easy and efficient way to save and update text formatting, and there are a lot of ways to create and edit them. As you start to work with text in your own projects, experiment with creating and editing styles to work smarter.
Okay, so we're going to open up this file. So this is the file called Edit Styles, and we're going to open up Paragraph Styles. To find that, go to Window, to Styles, and choose Paragraph.
Okay.
And that'll open up this box called Paragraph Styles. So these paragraph styles were already created for us. So if you double click on, say, the dates, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this file. And if I double click on dates, if you double click on it, it'll pop up this paragraph style option. And check mark preview on the lower left hand corner. Go to basic character formats on the list on the left. It'll give you the attributes of that formatting. So in this case, the font family is Railway. We could choose Arial. You type in Arial bold. It's actually affecting this type in here. So if I made it 12 point, it's affecting all of them at the same time.
Right.
So We'll reduce this, we'll make it 12 point, okay? And then we'll say okay to that. If you go to the body of the text and double click on body of the text, you gotta double click on, you don't wanna click on the name, you click more or less on either side of the name because you're not trying to rename it.
Right.
You go to the basic character, it says 10 point, if we make that 12 point, and that'll be in regular. We'll say okay, and then there's the title. You don't want to click on the name title, but just to the left of it. Basic character font, we'll make that 14 point bold. This will affect this whole resume so that it's a little bit easier to work with. So let's type in your name, and then you'll add your email. We'll add in your phone number. And we'll add in your address.
What font did you use for your name?
You know what? I'm just using the font that they gave me. So that font is called Bebas New, Bebasneue. So if you
Okay.
just
I thought we changed that one. All right. Well, I changed mine to Arial by accident, and I don't see the other one there, so it's going to get
okay.
left that way.
That's okay. And so I just typed in my name and address under here, and I'm going to, this one didn't really have a format to it, so I'm going to make that 12 point, and then I'm going to change the leading in there. So now it has my email address and phone number with a legal address. I made it in 14 point over 3 because I hit a return. I pressed return on that. So you just sort of want to style that up. So this would be a good format for a resume. Say you didn't like this color, you know, you can go through and change. This is locked. You'd have to unlock it, you just double click on it, on the lock part, and it'll actually unlock that color. So it'll show up in your layers if you just double click on the lock, and the lock is on that like salmon looking color. If you wanted to work, now this is in itself is in a style. So if I wanted to pull out a line and put it in this salmon color to kind of dress this up a little bit, I just rotated a line, a 5-point line, and I could drop it over here. So I'm going to run it right off the page, and I want it centered, so I'm going to go right off this line and kind of rotate it.
You made that line with the pencil?
Yeah, it's this tool here. It's actually the line tool.
Okay, I see it.
So you just pull out a line, it's 5-point, and I just use the color picker to pick that color, and I'll make 2 but I'm staying inside of that pink line. So I'll make one thinner than the other, just to sort of add a little something to this space. You can pull this text box out as well. Or if you don't want these lines, you don't have to. You could move them left or right if you wanted to just dress this up a bit. So this is a good template for a resume. If you wanted to add your info in here too, this would be another type of, creative resume. So I know we worked on one in Illustrator. This is just another thing that you can do. And of course you can add graphics, right?
Right.
We could add our elements of design and do the same type of working in resumes in InDesign is not as crafty, or you still can do some effects to these. It's just not as many effects. So I could do like a drop shadow on this graphic, but it's not going to give me the same I don't have as many options on what I can do with it. So I just, I can change maybe the corner options to make it a beveled corner. So I could make some shapes. So I just made this shape. I'll show you how I made that shape. This is just that little graphic, like a little polygon. And if you go to Object to Corner Options, checkmark Preview, you can try these different like corner radiuses, and it can give you a different type of look. So it can be kind of fun to have have the software make a graphic for you, just to sort of set your piece apart. So that is under corner options, and you can actually increase these corner options. And there's a perfect star. If you don't like the star, you can try different shapes here. And I just put the drop shadow on, and the preview is very important. So, you could copy paste these and actually layer them and try some different effects. So this does have some creativity that you can do in InDesign. Not as much as Illustrator, but you can still do some things with it. And if I wanted to, I could pick just another color to kind of set that off or what have you. Me and my flowers, right? I like, it's not the same as a pucker and bloat, but you can get like a shape in here. So that's one way to kind of make some fun shapes in InDesign. Okay, so this resume, I don't know how you feel about this resume, but it might be something that you might want to keep. And it has styles already built into it. So you could put your logo up here. We did this logo. Where's our business card? So I could even copy this and translate that logo onto here. And of course, copy paste that, maybe even do it one on either side or whatever. However I would want to show that. If I didn't like this salmon color, of course I can find maybe a gold. So now I'm gold, but I'm losing out on my contrast. So I would want to make sure that you know, that I am moving ahead on my contrast. So I just need a little darker orange, and I would still hold that contrast. So that's one way to do this, or I could just make this black. And it would, black and red, of course, is very striking. And if I wanted to, I could make this that red color and just go through. You can also do that in, so that is our titles. I could actually do this in my paragraph style. You know, you could actually assign that a color. So in here somewhere, here's our shading. I could do different shading in here. Character color. I could, here it shows black. So it's under character color. I could make it all red. So that would update that right away. Make sense? Okay, so that's one way to navigate with.
Yeah, I like that tool.
Yeah, it's very nice. And once you have it, look at how fast.
Yeah, I wish I knew about that a long time ago.
Oh. I'll show you. Here's another tool. It doesn't work very well in this instance, but this is a tool called the color theme. It's an eyedropper tool. So let's say I wanted this red to appear on all of this. I would eyedropper the red, and then I could just click over the type that you want it to change, and then eyedropper over that. But it changes everything. So it may not, you know, it's not as good as working with styles. So paragraph styles, and then here you just add, you know, to add to these paragraph styles, you just type out the name, and then you assign it to whatever you want that to be. So this might be an opportunity for you to have your creative resume done, you know, completed this way as well. I know we did the Illustrator one. I just wanted to share with you this style as well. So this is just another method of creating a paragraph styles. So it's kind of a great little tool to have. And I would want this font to be in white. If I can highlight that white, make that white. So now, you know, I've got this replicated twice up here. So I may want to just copy paste that down here. So that's just another method of working with typography and how you place your information. So that is that. So if you want to save this, file save as, you could just call this your resume template. And you can work on this if you want, you know, obviously save it to wherever you want. And then this is all in Greek. So if you wanted to save this as a, you know, to put in your booklet, if you like this style or format, I think this is acceptable too. So it's good to have a couple different types of resume options because you don't know, you know, where you're going to be working or who you're going to be working for. I think this is a nice clean look though for a business setting, the one that you created that was very creative may or may not work for an interview. You know, what you're looking for is how to get an interview so that you can showcase your work. So let's look at one more video. This one's on creating style sheets. Edit. So we did the editing. Here's how to...
To work smarter in InDesign, you can save text formatting as a style that you can easily and quickly apply later to other text. In this video, you'll save text formatting as a paragraph style and apply that style to text in a document. You can open a file you have or this file from the practice files for this tutorial to follow along. Now in this resume design, each of the listings under education and work experience, like program manager, project manager, etc., will have the same formatting. Instead of applying the same formatting separately to each job title, you can format one, save that formatting as a style, and then apply that style to the remaining job titles in the document. So to select text, select the Type tool in the Tools panel, and click in the text West Valley College up here. To zoom into the text, choose View, zoom in, and do that a few times. With the cursor in the text, in the Properties panel on the right, you can see the font size, and other formatting applied. Now to save the formatting from this text as a style, you'll first choose what type of text style to create. There are two types of text styles in InDesign, paragraph and character. Paragraph styles save all of the text formatting available, character and paragraph, and can only be applied to entire paragraphs of text. So paragraph styles can include everything you see in the paragraph and character sections of the Properties panel and more. Now, character styles only save character formatting. In other words, the formatting found in the character section of the Properties panel. Character styles apply to selected text and are usually used for formatting a proper name or maybe a price, for instance. Click to select paragraph styles. Now, each document starts with default formatting, 12-point, Minion Pro, etc. The basic paragraph style in the menu you see here controls that formatting. To save a new style, with the cursor in the text or with text selected, click the Create Style button in the Properties panel here. Change the name to title or something similar. Then press Return or Enter to accept the name. The formatting from the selected text is now saved as a style in this document only. Now to apply the formatting from the paragraph style, insert the cursor in the text Program Manager down here. You can see in the Properties panel that the basic paragraph style is applied, which is the default formatting for a document. Select the text by clicking 3 times. Change the font size in the Properties panel over here by clicking the up arrow. The selected text is changed, and that formatting is called local formatting. In the Properties panel, click the Paragraph Styles menu and choose Manage Styles to open a panel for managing the paragraph styles in the document. You should see a plus next to the basic paragraph style in the Paragraph Styles panel now. That plus, if you move the pointer over it, indicates that the selected text has some formatting that is different from the basic paragraph style formatting. That's called an override. Now, to remove that different formatting you applied and make it look like the default text, click the Clear Overrides button at the bottom of this panel. You can then close the panel by clicking the X in the corner. Now, to apply a paragraph style, the cursor can be in the paragraph or the paragraph can be selected. Choose the title style in the Paragraph Styles menu to apply it. The text now has the title paragraph style formatting applied. If, after applying a paragraph style to text, you decide you want the formatting to return to the default formatting, you can choose the basic paragraph style from this menu to apply it. Scroll down and apply the title style to each of the titles by inserting the cursor and choosing the style name from the menu. As you can see, paragraph styles are a great way to work smarter in InDesign. Now that you know how to create and apply a paragraph style, practice by saving a paragraph style from the date text and apply that style to the rest of the date text in the document. You can also try creating a style for the body text and applying that style to the rest of the body text in the resume.
Okay, so you're gonna go to, we're gonna open up the property, um, we're gonna open up window to styles, to character styles.
Okay.
So right now they say none. We're going to create a new character style. And then we're going to call this our, we'll just call it body. Body 2. How about that?
Sure.
So then you'll go to underneath that body 2, you'll have to create the font family. So we're under body 2. So you'll pick whatever font you want. I'm going to do Times New Roman just to keep it different. And then you can do Times New Roman bold. We'll put that in as 14 point. The character color will be here. You can choose whatever color you want. I'll just choose blue. So my character color now will be blue. So this now is applied. You want to double click in your, when you click, see how it applied it to this word. So if you triple click and click body 2, it'll affect that. So triple clicking on a sentence will give you what you need. If you wanted to edit this, you go back into it, you just double click on it. You can go through and I could make it all Arial black if I didn't care for that color choice, and say okay. It automatically updated, so I didn't even have to make those changes. If I wanted to edit this again, you just double click on it. You okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. And I can make that red and it'll update everything. So that's really what style sheets are.
That's for me.
You okay with style sheets?
Yeah, this makes sense. I didn't get it at first because I didn't realize I was clicked on that entire text box because everything was changing on me at first.
Okay.
But yeah, we figured it out.
Okay, you're set. Okay, so that's
I like
style sheets. So style sheets can really help you in your typography. All right, so we're 2 hours in. Can we work? Can we look at your booklet? You missed this last class, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's this for?
this is our booklet now. So we're gonna make a new booklet. I'm gonna stop this. Oh, I don't know. I gotta stop this QuickTime video. And then I'm gonna re-record this. So this was week 6A.